Hi, how are you?
I'm lost. How are you?
So, thank you for joining Lynn's Lounge. No, repeat. Thank you. Hi, everybody. This is Lynn. Thank you for joining Lynn's English Lounge. So, today here we have Benjamin, or I don't know what he wants to be called. They, people. And so, Benjamin here has been teaching English for a while. And so he wanted to give us some pointers and tell us about his journey in teaching English and who he teach English to. So, yes, Benjamin, say hello to
Hi.
everyone.
Hi guys. You may recognize me from agency. How we doing? Yeah, no, it's been a nice little journey, it's been almost 5 years now, hasn't it been?
Really?
Yeah,
Yes.
It's been a while since I took your class, I went and ventured out on my own, but it's definitely been a journey, and after exploring and teaching in so many places, you learn a couple things.
Also, you learned English from who?
Honestly,
To teach English?
to teach English, I was mostly self-taught. Growing up, I was in a household where English wasn't a primary language, especially for my parents. So I had to, take what I learned and help them out. I feel like every Hispanic, especially, they're a kid, they learn to become translators, and that's something that really pushed me to move forward is that we are a country and nation that accepts diversity, but we don't really help in that area.
Mm-hmm.
So I saw how much people were struggling. Growing up in the city, in the hard side of the Bronx, you see just the struggle. And I wanted to give back. Because they helped me out, they helped my family out, and that's what pushed me to teach.
Those are very good, valid points, don't you think? The fact that he comes from the Bronx, New York City. I mean, I grew up in New York City, but it is, and so and also wanting to learn the language because here he's learning Spanish. Was it Spanish?
Yes.
And English, and so dominating one
And
or the
sometimes
other.
gibberish, you know how it is.
Oh yes, well, don't you speak gibberish? We all do in our house, right? So thank you very much for that information, and it's great having you here. And so,
It's
do
great to be
you
here.
have any tips for those that are learning to speak English, and for those that are teaching English?
For those who are learning English, the one piece of advice I can really give is you gotta keep trying. I've seen a lot of students that they want to learn, but they get shy, or they want to learn, but then they say they get overwhelmed with work or their own life. You know, Something I've definitely seen in my students that if you want something to work, you make it work. For those who are teaching and trying to help out others, the best thing I can truly say is you have to remember that everyone learns their own ways. You can't make a common educational system. The same technique will not work for everyone. You must look at everyone as their own individual problem and come up with a solution. Because if not, what you might teach someone, the style that you might use for someone might not work on another person. And it's our job as educators to push people forward in life. You know? So that's really what I would have to say. Anything that you would like to input?
No, I think that is wonderful, especially the whole part of differentiation, right? So it's not a cookie cutter type of system, especially when you're teaching ESL, because you will have foreigners from all over the country, right? And
Correct.
so you have to incorporate their life experiences and their culture all in it. And so also mannerisms, because I know that in class I might say something and some are like, huh? And so they don't quite understand. But thank you so much for the time. Thank you for coming over.
Of course, thank you for having me.
Thank you. And I just wanted to know, can we have you again? Because I have more questions and maybe we can just, have more discussions on other topics that have to do with learning English.
Well, you know what? Let's leave it up for the fans. If you guys want me to come back, let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think. Please show some love. And, if you guys really want me back, then we'll work on something together in the future.
That sounds splendid. And thank you again, Benjamin. Okay. And thank you all for watching or listening. Okay. Thank you. And welcome to Lynn's Lounge. Remember, from Lynn's Lounge to your lips. And thank you so much don't forget to hit like and subscribe. I see you soon. Until next time. Bye. Okay. How do you stop it?
The one that says stop on the bottom.
Where? Oh, here. Is this